So Surat-at-Tariq, Surah number 86 in the Quranic sequence. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والسماء والسماء والطارق وما أدراك ما الطارق النجم الثاقب إن كل نفس لما عليه حافظ. Okay, inshallah we will start the analysis for this now. So we have seen this wow coming in the beginning of many surahs before. It's exactly the same. So wow and as-sama'i. Wow is here actually a harfu jar wa qasam. It's a harf of jar and qasam. As-sama'i is ism majroor bil kasrat zahira. And then together this jar wa majroor, okay, muta'alliq بفعل محذوف تقديره أقسم. Okay. So for us to understand it, أقسم بالسماء والطارق. Wow here, no, this other wow in the next one is actually harf atf. And at-tariq is ma'tufun ala as-sama. Okay. If you look at the meanings, sama, you've seen it before. Meaning sky or space above. Plural is samawat. The noun sama itself, dictionaries tell us it is used both as muzakkar and muannas, okay, which is definitely an exception from an Arabic language perspective. Arabic is very gender sensitive language, as we know. And every noun is either muzakkar or muannas, with some exceptions, and this noun falls into that group of exception nouns. And the Sulasi Mujarrad is sama, seen, meme, wow, yasmu, to be or become lofty, high, elevated. The more commonly used verb is samma yusammi, tasmiyatan, to name something. And then musamman or musamma, ismul maf'ul, something which is named or specified. And ism itself comes from this Sulasi Mujarrad, meaning name, attribute, or designation. So was sama'i, so I swear. Okay. So this Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala is saying, I swear by the sky. What tariq? Okay, what tariq? Taraqa yatruku tarqan. To knock, to bang, to hammer, to strike with a hammer, also means to come or to come by night, has a meaning of to reach, to get to something, to get as far as something, to tread, to travel, and so on. And then tariq, which is ismul fa'il, on the wazn of fa'il, the one which strikes or knocks, also the one which arrives at night. Tariq is road or way, and then tariqatun, plural tara'iqu, mamnu min as-sarf, means path, track, level, and so on. What tariq? Okay, so the common translation I've seen here is and the night star, and the night star, and some have said and a night comer. Okay, not a very commonly used English word, comer. They try to make this is an active participle from come, meaning the star which comes at night. Okay. Now there is, of course, I don't know if any one of you have seen, but there is some things available on social media where they talk about some of the latest research about some of the sounds that they have recorded from the outer space, and they found one of the stars having a knocking sound from it, and so some Muslims believe that this ayah actually refers to that star, okay? Because Tariq, as you can clearly see from the dictionary, it does mean something which bangs, which strikes, which hammers. Okay, so Tariq is what hammers, which has kind of course, if something has something strikes, then it also creates that sound of striking as well. But I've not seen that translation in any of the translations that I normally consult. Okay, so I thought I should bring it out. Then I saw her hand raised, but that's gone. Okay. Ayah number 2, Bama adraka mat tariq. Okay. We have seen this construction before. Here, the waw and then ma. This waw is analyzed as waw al-i'tiradiyah. Okay. The parenthetical waw. Ma is ismu istifham. Adra ka, adra is fail madi. Mabni wala fatatul mabni wala fatatul muqaddara. Fa'il mustatir taqdiruhu huwa. Ka is maf'ulun bihi awwal. Let me use some space here actually. Maf'ulun bihi awwal. And then the ma coming after is ismu istifham again. Okay. Ismu istifham coming as mubtada. And then at-tariq is khabar. And then this whole jumla, okay, this jumla ismiya, this is standing in for saddat masaddat, maf'ulay, adra. Actually, I should write maf'ulay thani wa thalis, sorry, thalis 3 adra. So they are second and third maf'ulain for adra. Okay. Adra, as we will see, requires 3 maf'ulun bihi to make someone know that something is something. Okay, so 3 maf'ulun bihi. Why don't we look at that, inshallah? Want to make sure I didn't miss anything. I think we're good. So ma, first ma, istifham. What? Adra, dara yadri. Okay. To know, to be aware. Adra yudri, form 4, which is what we are seeing here. To make someone know something is something. Okay. So what will make you realize slash, or what will inform you, okay, or inform you, and then again ma, what is at-tariq, what is the night star. Okay, what is the night star? وَالسَّمَاءِ وَالطَّارِقِ وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا الطَّارِقُ. I swear by the sky and the night star. What will make you realize what what the night star is, or what is the night star? Brother Abdul Hamid, please go ahead.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, brother.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Brother, this Tariq is ismul file of verb taraka yatruku tarkan. And how this Tariq and Tariqa came?
When you say how did they came, I mean there are multiple nouns which belong to the same root or belong to the same family represented by that root. So I don't fully understand your question, Brother Abdul Hamid. So I guess you're asking what is the nature of those nouns, correct?
Yeah, what is this? Because this Tariq is a different meaning, completely different meaning. Tariq is different meaning. Tariqa is a different meaning.
Correct.
And this is the derived from the which verb? This is the same verb because the root is the same.
Yeah. Correct. It is indeed from the same root. I'm just trying to find the tariq. According to Brill, it is just classified as a noun. He did not give any other type or classification of that. And then tariqatun is also classified only as a noun. But both, but these are indeed under the same root, ta, ra, ha. So, I mean, it does happen that you have the same root bringing in other meanings. And if you can see one of the meanings, I mean, look at the meanings of taraka yatruku. Let me point out here. Means to tread, to travel, to follow, to take or use a road. Okay. And look at the meaning of tariq, means road or way. Tariqa is also meaning of path, tract, level. So I mean there is some connection from in the Sulasi Mujarrad meaning.
So these are the nouns. Tariq is a noun and Tariqa is also a noun.
Yeah. I mean you can see tanween at the end, so that it's a clear enough indication that it's a noun.
Yeah, it's a noun, but the same verb, taraka.
Yeah. Correct. From the same root. Yes.
Okay. Jazakallah khair.
Yeah. Very welcome. Brother Muhammad Saeed, please go ahead.
Yes, the dictionary by Lutfur Rahman says that there are two masters. One is tarkan and one is turukan. So
Okay.
tarkan means किसी चीज का रास्ता बनाना and turukan means रात में आना.
Okay.
So I think in this case the master would be turukan.
Okay. Let me take a note here, and I will inshallah fix it. Okay. Turukan and Lutfur Rahman.
Yes, that's right.
Inshallah. Jazakallah khair, Brother Saeed. Okay. So we move on to next ayah, inshallah. Okay. Ayah number 3. An-Najmu Thaqib. So this is now continuation of the previous ayah, Wama Adraka mat Tariq. So this is now the answer for that rhetorical question that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala raised. An-Najmu Thaqib. So here An-Najm is actually khabar li mubtada mahzuf. Li mubtada mahzuf taqdiruhu huwa. Okay, so there is actually a huwa to be understood at the beginning of this ayah. Okay. So of course when we recite we don't say it, but our understanding should be that it is huwan najmus thaqib. Okay. An najmus thaqib, and then thaqib is simply the na'at for an najm. Okay. Both are marfu, both are ma'rifa, both are masculine, both are definite. Okay. An-najm, let's look at the meanings. You know what? I'm gonna actually make it bigger so we can actually see the meaning better. Okay. Najama yanjumu nujuman. Bab Nasara, to appear, to come in sight, to rise for a star, to arise, to originate. And with the harfajar min or an means to spring. Najmun, plural being anjum, and nujum, star, also has an interesting meaning, a plant with little or no stalk. Okay, like small herbage which kind of grows right close to the earth without any stalk is also called najm. And as a collective noun, it means stars, and of course in that case it will not have a plural. Okay. So here it is star. So the translation here will be it is, which is mahzuf, the star. It is the star. As-saqib, saqaba yasqubu, tabqan, bab nasara again, to bore, to drill, to pierce. Ismul fa'il is saqib, meaning penetrating, piercing, flame of fire. Also means a shooting star or shining brightly. One of the term a dictionary introduced was saqibul ilm, somebody who's brilliant in knowledge. Okay. They said brilliant or piercing in knowledge. Okay. So the common translation here is penetrating or piercing. Okay. So an-najmu saqib, it is the piercing star. So that answers the question what at-Tariq is. At-Tariq is a piercing star. Okay. All right, we continue on, inshallah. Ayah number 4. In kullu nafsin lamma alayha hafiz. In is it's a harfu nafi. Kullu is coming in here as a mubtada wa huwa mudaf, and nafsin is mudaf ilayhi. Okay. Lamma, this is an interesting one actually. Harf, okay, for denoting li ifadatil istisna. Okay. Wal hasr. Bima'ana illa. So here basically the short is this lamma, one of the uses of lamma, and the dictionary confirmed it, is the meaning of illa. Just like how illa is used, lamma is used as well. If somebody asks me why, the dictionary did not explain, so unfortunately I cannot explain either. In kullu nafsin lamma alayha, so ala followed by ha is harfu jar wa majroor. Okay, and this together is shibu jumla, khabar muqaddam. Okay, and hafiz is مبتدا مؤخر. And this whole jumla عليها حافظ, okay, this whole jumla اسمية in this case is في محل رفع خبر لكل. Remember kul was mubtada and we were waiting for its khabar. So the khabar came in as a jumla which is alayha hafiz. Let's look at the meanings inshallah. So we said in is harfu nafi. So I thought it'll be good revision for us to see the different uses of in. So it's a particle with following usages. One is harfu shart, the most common one that we see in the Quran. Another one is harfu nafi. Okay. And many a times, I would say almost every time, I don't want to say every single time, but almost every time when in is used with harfu nafi, there is an exception after it. There's an exception, some particle of exception comes after it, which in this case is also true. And the third use, in that case, of course, it means not harfu nafi. And third use is harfu tawqid il mukhaffafa, the lightened particle of emphasis, or we call it the lightweight form of inna. Unlike inna, it does not require ism and can be followed by a nominal or a verbal sentence. Okay? And in that case, the meaning is going to be indeed or truly, similar to inna. Anyway, in this case, this is a harf nafi that we are dealing with. So in kullu nafsin lamma alayha hafiz. So in is not kullun. The main meanings are totality, entirety, everyone, each one, anyone. If it comes as mudaf, so that is important. Okay, it doesn't always come as mudaf. Okay, now that may be that's a more common usage of kul. Kul normally comes as mudaf, but based on what I read in the dictionary, it's not the case that it's always comes as mudaf. Okay, so but if it does come as mudaf and it comes before a nakira noun, then its meaning is going to be every or any. I think every if it is affirmative and any if it is negative. That's how I understand it. But the dictionary did not explicitly say it. For example, kullu nafsin, if it's just affirmative, then we will say every soul. Okay. And if it precedes a ma'rifa, a definite, then it will mean all. Okay. So if you say kullun nafsi, then you say all the soul. But if you say kullu nafsin, then you say every soul. Or in this case, an example that we got here is kullu ta'ami, all the food. Okay. So in kullu nafsin, here a better translation in this sentence will be not any nafs. Okay. I think we've seen it before. So I'll just quickly go through it. Nafasa yanfusu nafsan, to be valuable, precious. Also nafisa yanfasu bab samia, to be niggardly. Nafasa yunafisu tanfisan, to cheer up, to comfort. And then the particles of sa and saufa, they are called harfut tanfis because they are the masdar for this form too. So I thought I should bring that as well, because they change the action from a narrow and straight, meaning strict time, to future and ample time. That's a very interesting explanation by a dictionary. And form 5 is tanaffasa yatanaffasu, tanaffusan, to breathe, to inhale. Okay. Form 6 is tanafasa yatanaffasu, tanaffusan, to rival, to compete, to contend. Okay, another verb which stays true to the meaning of form 6, which is group actions. Okay, and then nafs itself, plural nufus, and plural of paucity, of rarity is anfus. Soul, a person, a self. Okay, By the way, an interesting piece of information. We always think, what's the difference between nafs and ruh? In English, both are translated this as soul. Somebody actually explained in one of the recent Friday sermons I was attending, and they said, and Allah knows best, of course, but this is a person who is an Arab, mashallah, very good speaker, well-known speaker in the Toronto community, by the way. And he said, ruh is when it is not in the body, and nafs is when the ruh is in the body. When the ruh is in the body, then it's a nafs. When it is out of the body, then it is ruh. That was his explanation, and Allah knows best. Let me just quickly go through the meanings, rest of them. Not any soul. Okay. Lamma, we said bima'ana illa. Okay. So, but alayha, upon it or over it, hafiz, well, I should have mentioned actually a little bit more about lamma because I did capture some notes here. Going back to lamma, by the way, a particle with following usages. Harfu nafi, a jazim, and it precedes fi'l mudari majzoom, and in that case, meaning is has not yet. It can also be used as harfu istisna, which is the case here, meaning but, and harfu shart, meaning lamma. Okay, and in that case, it basically, yeah, harfu shart, meaning when. Going back to hafiza, hafiza yahfazu, hifzan bab samia, to preserve, to protect, to defend. Hafiz is ismul fa'il, one who guards, protects, one who preserves or maintains. And then mahfuz, ismul ma'ful, that which is preserved, guarded, or protected. So hafiz will be something which protects or protector, a protector. Okay. So in kullu nafsin lamma alayha hafiz, there is not any soul, there's not any soul, but it has a protector over it. But it has a protector over it, meaning there is no soul which does not have any protector over it. Brother Abdul Hamid, do you still have a question, or is there raised hand?
Yes.
Go ahead,
Yes.
please. Go ahead, please.
Just a comment, brother. You explained about in there are 2-3 types. So I want to make a comment on that one. If this is a harf tawqid al mukhaffafa, then on the khabar there should be a lam, and that lam is will be called as a lamul farika, not a lamul muzahilika. We studied in Surat-at-Tariq many times.
Okay.
Yeah,
So is there a rule that it always must happen that way?
Mostly, maybe I cannot say must.
Okay. 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 So I mean, my goal is not to, of course, capture all the grammatical rules for everything, was just to kind of give enough introduction about that word so that people can get a understanding of what it is.
We see many times in Surat-at-Baqarah when we did analysis of Surat-at-Baqarah, it came whenever it came in Mukhaffafa, then there is a Lamul Muzahilka, and that Lam is called Lamul Farika.
Lamul Farika. Okay. Jazakallah khair. Jazakallah khair. Brother Nisar, please go ahead.
Brother Zahid, since the Qasam came in the beginning, was Surat-at-Tariq. I thought my notes or the previous note mentioning that now kullu nafsun here, this is the jawab.
That is correct, actually. I should have mentioned it, and I just realized that I do have it in my note, but I forgot to mention it. But Jazakallah khair for pointing it out.
Yeah. Okay.
So let me just quickly do that here.
Yeah.
So we started the surah was started with the Qasam wa Sama'i wa Tariq and all the way, and then now, and then we said Wama adraka mat Tariq. The waw in that case was Itaradiyah, and An-Najmu Saqib was, of course, connected with it. So here, in kullu lamma alayha hafiz is now coming back to the main topic, which started with was Sama'i wa Tariq. Okay, so that is the main topic. And then wama adraka mat tariq and an-najmu saqit, those were the parenthetical sentences. They were kind of detours, and now we are coming back. Okay, so here this whole sentence, this jumla, la mahala laha min al-i'rab jawab al-qasam. Jazakallah khair, Brother Nisar. I would have forgotten it, to be honest.
But the second point is, I think, I believe it's for Dr. Israr. I forgot right now. He explained the difference between ruh and nafs. We say ruh is pure, and nafs is qad aflaha man zakkaha wa qad khaba man dassaha. So nafs, up to you, you can make it good or you can make it bad. Ruh, because ruh is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, his part is always pure.
I'm just trying to connect it with the other observation that ruh is when it is out of your physical being, physical body, then it is pure from that perspective. And when it is part of your nafs, then you basically, of course, can do good things or bad things, so it's really up to you.
Yeah, up to you.
Jazakallah khair for that. For the explanation.
And I think, brother, nafs can have different meanings. Like when we do the dua, we say, Ya Hayyu Ya Qayyum bi rahmatika astaghiz. You know, asli li shani kulla wala takilni ila nafsi tarfat ayn. So nafs can also mean the negative side of our personality, right?
Correct. I think that's what you're correct. Right. I think that's what Brother Nisar also mentioned, based on the
Brother Zahid, nafs can do good or bad.
That's what
but ruh cannot. Ruh is min amr Rabbi.
Correct. Jazakallah khair for sharing that, Brother Zahir. Fa is so there are 3 parts here. We should identify all these 3 parts. Fa, and then lam, and then yanzur. Fa is harfu istisna. Okay. Lam is lam amr. And we know the lamul amr is one of the jawazim, meaning it makes the fi'l mudari majzoom. So fal yanzur is fi'l mudari majzoom. The only reason you see a kasra at the ra, at the terminal letter, is because the sukoon of ra and the sukoon of the following letter lam in al, they require the first of those sukoon to be converted to something, so we can actually join them. So that's why we get a kasra. Otherwise, from a spelling point of view, it is a sukoon for fi'l mudari majzoom with sukoon. And then al insan is coming as a fa'il, is marfu. Mimma, 2 here, min and ma, jar wa majroor. Okay. And now this majroor, this ma, okay, is actually ismu istifham. Ismu istifham. And notice this mimma is not written as mimma. Okay, it's not written like that. And that is actually something I think we did talk about it when we were looking at different types of ma, that when the ismu istifham is preceded with min, so this ma is preceded with min, then the alif is actually is omitted. Okay, so mimma is written as it's written in the Quranic orthography, as in the Musaf. If it was a ma al mawsula or even ma al masdariya, then the alif would have to be written. Okay, the ma al-istifhamiyya will not be written with a alif if it is preceded with min. Okay. Ma istifham is the case here. And then khuliqa is fi'l madi mabni lil majhul, and naibul fa'il is mustatir taqdiruhu huwa. Okay. Okay. If you look at the meanings, falyanzuril nazara yanzuru, nazaran or manzaran can be used with or without ila. Okay. Means to see, to view, also to perceive with eye, or to observe or to watch. Okay. Anzara yunziru, inzaran, to delay something, to give respite. This verb is used in the Quran as well. Intazara yantaziru intizaran, form 8, to wait. Naziratun, ismul fa'il muannas, one who sees, one who is, or also one who is waiting. Okay. So here, this is the Sulasi Mujarrad, to see. But in this case, it is not actually the physical seeing. It is really the faculty of thinking, of considering, of pondering, or reflecting. Okay. So here it means let reflect or consider, okay, or ponder. Okay. Who? The insan, the man. The man. So let the man ponder, consider, mimma, from what? Khuliqa. Okay. Khalaqa yakhluqu khalqan, to create, to bring into being. Okay. This verb, as we know, the file for this verb should really only be Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Here it is used as a naib, as a majhul form. So we are talking about naib file, the one who's created, and that huwa actually goes back to insan. From what he was created. فَلْيَنْظُرِ الْإِنسَانُ مِمَّا خُلِقَ. So let the man ponder, consider, reflect, from what was he created. Again, something extremely important for us to pay attention to as well. We take ourselves a little bit too, kind of start thinking too high of ourselves. But if we reflect upon who we really are, where we were created from, I think it will help us kind of really burst that ego bubble, that we live in. Next ayah number 6. خُلِقَ مِن مَّاءٍ دَافِقٍ. Okay. So it's a continuation of the previous one now. And it says, so خُلِقَ is فعل ماضي مبني للمجهول فاعل نائب فاعل مستتر. Okay. نائب الفاعل مستتر تقديره هو. من is حرف جر. ماء is اسم مجرور. Okay. And دافق is not awwal. Okay, which means that more naat is coming for this as well. Okay. If you look at the meanings, khulaqa, again, he was created. min, from, ma'in. Okay. We all know the meaning of ma, normally translated this as water. It was interesting to find that there is actually a root verb for this. Maha, mim, waw, ha. Mim, waw, ha. Yamuhu, and masdar being mauhan. So it's a bab. Nasara means to mix. There are other spellings as well with slightly different meaning. Maha Yamuhu, which is actually the same spelling, but then there's another one, a mudare spelling, Yamahu. Maha Yamahu. Masdar being Mauhan, Mu'uhan with a Hamza as a second letter, Mu'uhan, and Mahatan. So Bab Nasara as well as Bab Fataha, to be full of water. To be full of something, to be full of water. The word Ma'un, its original is listed as Mawahun, which got transformed to Mahun with a Ha at the end, and then eventually that Ha changed to Hamza. So it's now the sound is Ma'un. Plural being Amwahun and Miyahun. Amwahun and Miyahun. And from the plurals you can make that the original word had a Ha in it, not a Hamza in it. And the meaning being water, most commonly used, also fluid, liquid, also has a meaning of a well or a spring, as well as semen or sperm. Okay. Khulaqa min ma'in dafiq. The common translation in this particular ayah for this word ma is from a fluid. Okay. Dafiq. Okay. Again, not very commonly used verb in the Quran, but this is used in this ayah. Dafaqa yadfuqu. Dafqan or dufuqan. Bab Nasara. To gush forth, to pour out, to overflow. Dafiq being ismul fa'il mean that which is gushing forth, bursting or erupting or spurting. Okay. So the common translation here is spurting. He was created from a spurting fluid. He was created from a spurting fluid. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is just trying to basically bring the attention on the kind of such a low nature of the origin of human. Okay, on one side, okay, that we should keep in mind, and we are reminded for that, but also for Allah's ability to create a fully grown, physically and also mentally grown human being from a spurting fluid. Okay. So it also kind of, you look at both sides. One is just the low nature of the origin, and other is the Allah's ability to grow that into a fully grown individual, and also with a very complex physical and thinking capability. In Dafiq. So that was Naat number 1. And if we continue on, we'll find more, inshallah. Yakhruju min bayni sulbi wa tara'ib. Yakhruju, fi'l mudare. Marfu, fa'il mustatir, taqdiruhu, huwa. And this huwa points back to ma, okay, because it is actually this whole jumla, okay, jumla, fi'liya, fi mahalli kasrin, naat, thani, li, ma'in. And then yakhruju min is harfu jar. Next page. Bayni is ism majroor we know baina actually is zarf. Here it's a declinable zarf, so it is declining because of min before coming as and of course a zarf acts like a mudaf, so it makes the following noun as mudaf ilayhi. So as-sulb is mudaf ilayhi majrurun, waw is harfu atf, and at-tara'ib is ma'tufun ala as-sulb. Okay. Looking at the meanings, yakhruju, kharaja yakhruju, khurujan, to exit, to leave, to depart. It's opposite of dakhala. Also means to emerge or to stem from. Again, a similar meaning as to kind of leave something, but they're different, kind of slightly different meaning. Form 4 is a causative meaning, akhraja yukhriju ikhrajan, to bring out, to take out, okay? To expel, to eject. So here we are dealing with the sulasi mujarrad, kharaja yakhruju, meaning emerging, meaning that fluid is emerging min. I need to change my color. Emerging from baini, okay? Basically means between. Okay. Baina is a ismul makan. Sorry, zarful makan. It's an adverb of place. So between two things. Sulb. The sulasi mujarrad is solaba, yaslubu, or yaslibu. Two spelling. Solban, bab nasara and bab zaraba. To crucify, to place two pieces of wood crosswise, also means to burn. Form 2 is sallaba yusallibu tasliban. Okay. So it has the so it's a bab taf'il. It has intensity, or actually I should say, it has both causative meaning and it has the meaning of extensive nature. To crucify many in numbers, also to cause to crucify. Sulb, which belongs to the same root, has different meaning. It's a noun, means loins, spinal column, or backbone. Seen all kind of different meanings in different dictionaries. So here, the most common one used in this particular ayah is backbone, between the backbone what tara'ib. Okay. So tara'ib, the root is taraba yatrabu tarban, bab sami'a, to become dusty, to have much dust, also means to become poor. We saw that actually in I think Surah Balad. Yeah. Za matraba. Or miskinan za matraba. Okay. So turab means dust or earth. Tirbun, and plural being atrab, means to be of similar age, to be a companion. Okay. I think this we will see in Surah Naba'a. And then Tara'ib is a plural for taribatun. Taribatun, and completely different meaning, means collarbone or upper chest or ribs. Okay. So Baina sulbi wa tara'ib, between the backbone and the collarbone. And the collarbone, and some have translated this as rib cage. As rib cage. Okay. So yakhruju min bayni sulbi wa taraib, this whole jumla being a naat for ma'in, meaning this water, this fluid, sorry, comes, it is dafiq, meaning it is spurting. Second, it is emerging from between the backbone and the collarbone. Okay. Then the next ayah number 8. Just 1 second before I go, I see a raised hand. Brother Saeed, please go ahead.
Yes, is sulb is from form 2 of salaba, or is it from Sulasi Mujarrad?
I cannot say, brother. I did not get that, because neither of the meanings of the two, because both the meanings of the Sulasi Mujarrad and the form 2 are in the context of crucifixion, to crucify. Okay. And this meaning of sulb, the noun, doesn't seem to be, at least from the kind of a simple view of it, doesn't seem to be connected with those meanings of the Sulasi Mujarrad or form 2. That's my simple understanding.
Okay.
Okay. Ayah number 8. Innahu ala raj'ihi laqadir. So inna and who. Okay. So inna we know is harfu tawkidin wa nasbin. Who is damir muttasil fi mahalli nasbin ismu inna. Ala is harfu jar. Raj'i is ism majroor, and wa huwa mudaf, and he is mudaf ilayhi. Laqadir, la and qadir. La is lamul muzahlaqa, and qadir is khabar inna marfu'un. Okay. Indeed, he, and this he goes to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Indeed, he, ala, okay, over raj'i, okay, raja'a yarji'u, ruju'an, to return, to come back. Raj'un, the act of returning. That meaning is for verbal noun. As a noun, it actually means return. Okay. Also means a recurring action or echo, that thing that keeps kind of returning. Okay. And then ruj'un with a dhamma on the ra is also actually used as a verbal noun as well as a noun, so returning or return, similar meaning. Ala raj'ihi, okay, over his return, meaning over man's return. Laqadir. So again, inna is a instrument of emphasis, and then lamul muzalaqa is also an instrument of emphasis. There's a lot of emphasis in this. And then the meaning of qadara, the qadir, which is a ismul fa'il, one who is able, capable, one who decrees, determines, ordains. And then al-qadir is an attribute of Allah. Sulasi Mujarrad, we have seen it many times. Qadara yaqduru or yaqdiru. Both meanings are there. Qadran, to decree, to ordain, to decide. Also qadara yaqdiru qudratan, okay, and many other masdar. Or qadira yaqdaru, bab samia, to possess the strength, to have the power or ability to overpower something, to catch with, to get the better of. Okay. So those are, we also saw the qaddara yuqaddiru taqdiran, or qadr, as what we saw Laylatul Qadr. So those all different words come from this. Okay. So raj'ihi is his return, and then qadir is his ability, his capability over his return. So is able. So Qadir is the one who is able. Goes to Allah, so we will actually write it with the uppercase. Innahu ala raj'ihi laqadir. Indeed, he is over his return able, or he is able over his return. He is able to return him again. In other words, after reminding us that what our humble beginnings were, like that spurting fluid is basically almost nothing in our eyes. Okay, so if he can create us as fully grown, physically and mentally grown individuals from that fluid, then he is fully capable. And I mean, just that's where the emphasis is important to pay attention to. Inna and lamul muzalaka. That Allah is saying, I'm fully capable of bringing you back again. Bringing you back again. If I can do it the first time, I can do it again. Okay, I can bring you return, and that's why the word used is raj'i, the return. Okay, if somebody, I mean, doing it the first time is, I mean, I mean, in our limited thinking capacity, we can think that doing it sometime first time can be difficult. But and so Allah is saying, if you think the first time was difficult, then I mean, why would the second time be any difficult? Because it's a return. It's doing the same thing that was done before, or maybe easier than that. Innahu ala raj'ihi laqadir. Ayah number 9. Yawma tublas sara'ir. Yawma tublas sara'ir. Okay. So yawma here is zarf of zaman, adverb of time. And they said, I think this is important to understand, muta'alliq li raj'ihi. Okay. Or they say, or aw, and there's another possibility that it may be bifi'l mahzuf. Okay. Mahzuf yadullu alayh, meaning another a verb which is mahzuf, but it is being pointed to by raj'i. Okay, that is a yurji'uhu yawma. Okay, meaning he will make him return. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make him return yawma, on the day of, and then tubla sara'ir will actually explain what that day is. Okay, so tubla is mudare marfu. Let me write again. Mabni lil majhul. Okay, and as-sara'ir is naib file marfu'un. And this whole jumla tubla sara'ir, which is jumla fi'liya, is fi mahalli jarrin mudaf ilayhi, because it is preceded by yawma, and yawma being zarf acts like a mudaf, so this comes as mudaf ilayhi. So the way we have to understand is, on the day of yawma, on the day of tubla sara'ir, on the day of when this happens, and we'll look at the meanings inshallah. So yawma, we have seen yawma many times. I did capture the notes here, so please do take a look at it. I think we know the meaning. So on the day, okay, tubla, bala, ba, lam, waw, yablu, bala, yablu, balwan, or balaan, being masdar, to put to test, to try, to experience, to come to realize. Jubla is majhul. I should have mentioned here it is majhul. I think I meant to, but I forgot. I should fill that inshallah. Jubla, to be put to test. Okay. Also to be declared, to be brought into the open. Form 8 is ibtala, yabtali, ibtilaan. Okay. Have anything else here for that? No. Okay. So we have is the mudare majhul form, which is tubla, because the naib file is feminine. So tubla is on the day, tubla, put on trial, or disclosed, meaning declared. What is declared? As-sarair. Okay, as-sarair. Again, we have seen this before. Sarra, seen ra, yasurru, sururan, or tasiratan, or masaratan, to make happy, to gladden, to delight, to cheer. Okay. Asarra yusirru israran, form 4, to conceal, to hide, to keep secret, or to tell secretly. Okay. Also, israr has a meaning of concealing, scheming. Sirrun, with a plural of asrar, not israr, asrar, secret. And then, so this is something interesting. It signifies a secret in mind. Okay. So, sirrun, with a plural of asrar, is a secret which signifies a secret in the mind. Also, secrecy or mystery. And then another word, sariratun, with a plural of sara'ir, that being mamnu min as-sarf, because on the wazn of mafa'ilu, that also has a meaning of secret, but it signifies a secret action, whether good or evil. A secret action, good or evil, versus sirrun was a secret in the mind itself. Okay. So there's some distinction that I noticed in the dictionary. Surur, we know, meaning plural, pleasure or happiness. Masroor, one who is happy, pleased. And then sarir, this is what we saw in Surah Ghashiyah, actually. Plural being surur, couch, bed, or elevated seat. Again, from the same root. What we have here is sara'ir, which is a plural of sarira, meaning secret, and that signifies a secret action. Okay. So the simplest translation I've seen is as-sara'ir, the secrets. The secret. Okay. On that day, or on the day, the secrets will be put on trial and disclosed. Meaning, on the day when he will be returned, innahu ala raj'i laqadir. Okay, that's what they said, that this yawma is muta'alliq, the raj'i which came before in the previous ayah. Then it is pointing to this day is related to that. So that is the day when the secrets will be put on trial or disclosed. Okay. Moving on, inshallah. Ayah number 10. فَمَا لَهُ مِنْ قُوَّةٍ وَلَا نَاصِرٍ. Okay. So here, fa and ma. Okay. So they say this fa is said to be al-fa'u waqi'atu fi jawab al-shart mahzuf. Okay. تقديره إذا بعث يوم القيامة and then so this is the shart and then the fama lahu min quwwatin wala nasir. Okay, and then this whole jumla, because it is part of the jawabu shart, the jawabu, sorry, this jumla is la mahalla laha min al-i'rab jawabu shart. Okay, إذا بعث يوم القيامة, when the day of resurrection is set up, فما له من قوة ولا ناصر. Okay, that's how the Arab dictionary say we should understand it. So lahu we have to analyze. First ma here is ma an nafiya, negation. Okay, and then lahu jar wa majroor, and this jar wa majroor is, there's a lot of going on in this ayah, by the way. Shibh jumla fi mahalli raf'in khabar muqaddam. Min is az-za'ida, quwwatin is mubtada muakhar, but on top of that it is majroorun lafzan and marfu'un mahlan, because mubtada is supposed to be marfu. Okay, so the main sentence is ma quwwatun, ma lahu quwwatun, but once we actually can look at the meaning, we will understand it more. The main sentence was ma lahu quwwatun. Min is a zaida, comes in to bring in some emphasis, and we know it comes under two circumstances: A, if the sentence is nafi, or it can come if the sentence is istifhamiya, but that has to be the hal, the harf istifham has to be the main instrument of istifham in that case. Only then min can come. Wala nasir, so waw and la. Waw is harfu atf. I don't have any space now, so I'll have to use further abbreviation. Ain will be harfu atf, and then la is again actually, okay, let me write here. It is zaida, it's also zaida lit ta'kid. Okay, and then nasir is ma'tufun ala quwwa. Okay, did I miss something? I hope not. Yeah, very good. Look at the meanings, inshallah. Fama lahu, not lahu, for him. Okay, min. Now this is the purpose of min. When it comes in a negation, okay, it basically means basically brings in kind of complete exclusion. Okay, for him, not at all, nothing. Okay, or yeah. So for him, there's not any any, quwwa, qawiya, yaqwa, quwwatan, bab sami'a, to be or become strong, vigorous, forceful, mighty, also has the meaning of to be able to do. Okay, so kind of similar to qadara yaqdiru. Quwwatun, being a noun, plural being qiwan, quwan or quwwatun, strength, might, power. Okay, so for him, there will be no power. Basically, the min brings basically saying complete elimination, nothing. There will be no power for him. Wala nasir. So nor, you can say neither he will have any power. So you can say this one can also be neither. And then wala nasir, nor nasir. Okay, so nasir is ismul fa'il from nasara yansuru, nasran, nusuran, to help, to render, to render victorious. Nasir ismul fa'il, plural being ansar or nasirun, helper, protector. Intasara yantasiru intisaran, form 8, to give, or sorry, to gain victory. With harfajar ala means to triumph over. With harfajar min, it means to take revenge over. Istansara yastansiru istinsaran, form 10, to seek assistance. To seek assistance. Here it is the ismul fa'il from thulasi mujarrad nasara yansuru, helper, nor any helper. Nor any helper. Okay, so let's again take a look at it. We said this sentence فَمَا لَهُ مِنْ قُوَّةٍ وَلَا نَاصِرٍ is actually a jawabu shart, where the shart is mahzuf, and the shart can be estimated to be إِذَا بَعَثَ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ, when he sets up or establishes the day of resurrection. Then he will not have any power, nor will he have any helper. That the whole thing, the whole meaning of any comes from the min zaida. Okay. That kind of finishes the first passage of Surat-at-Tariq. Now we go into the second passage, and this second passage basically is also starts with a qasam, and also starts with a qasam with was-samai. Remember, the first passage started with was-samai wat-tariq. This one starts with was-samai zat-ir-raj'i. So wow and as-samai. So wow is harfu jar, wal qasam. As-samai is ism majroor, and then we collectively we say these two are muta'alliq bi fi'l ma'zuf, bi fi'l mahzuf, taqdiruhu uqsimu. Okay, was-samai zati raj'i. So zati here is not li as-sama, wa huwa mudaf, and ar-raj'i is mudaf ilayhi. Okay, if you look at the meanings, by the sky, again swear by the sky, I swear by the sky. Zati, so this is the feminine form of zu. Okay, and we talked about sama can be actually be taken as feminine or masculine. In this case, of course, it is being considered as the feminine. That's where the feminine naat is used, zati, meaning with. Okay, الرجعي. Okay. Raj'i, we saw one of the meaning of Raj'i. Let me go back. We can find here. Right here, yeah. A recurring event. So this is the same word we saw 2 ayahs ago. Okay. Innahu ala raj'ihi laqadir. So this is again a raj'i. But the meaning here, most common meaning is something which happens again and again. Okay. So the two things that I noticed, one was with the recurring. Okay, that can point to kind of the things which happen in the sky repeatedly, things like sunrise, sunset, and so forth. Others have said it is about the other cycles, like for example the rain cycle. Okay, so they also have said cycles slash like the recurring cycle or recurring rain, basically. That's what I wanted to say. Sorry. Okay. So the recurring cycle, the recurring rain. Okay. That's essentially what this say it means by this. But sama is atir raj'i, meaning the sky with the recurring cycle or the sky with the recurring rain. Wal ardi atir sad'i. Okay. Waw harfu atf. Al ard is ma'tufun ala as-samawat. Dhati is not li al-ard. وهو مضاف and al-sad'i is مضاف إليه. Okay. Meaning, and the earth. Okay. Again, remember sama'i was majroor, so ardi is also majroor because it's ma'tuf. Dhati is majroor because it's a naat for ard. With as-sad'i. Okay. As-sad'i. Sada'a yasda'u sad'an. Okay. To split, to slit, to crack, to cleave, and typically to cleave something which is hard. Okay. And then sad'un, the noun that we are seeing here, means a split, crack, fault, or a cleft. Okay. As-sad, zat is sad. This common translation I've done seen is the cracks. Okay. And the earth with the cracks. Okay. So that is the qasam. Okay. And now we're gonna see the jawab al-qasam. Innahu laqawlun fasl. Innahu laqawlun fasl. So inna and who, harf tawkidin wa nasbin. Who is ismu inna. La qawl, la, and qawlun. La again is alamul muzahlaqa. Qawlun is khabar inna. Fasl is naat li qawl. Okay. So and then this whole jumla, okay, this jumla, la mahalla laha min al-i'rab, jawabul qasam. And as we can see, jawabul qasam, if it is affirmative, it requires emphasis. And that is what we can see here. Okay. So indeed he, sorry, indeed not he, indeed it. Indeed it. And it over here, scholars agree, it points to Quran. Okay. It denotes Quran. Laqaul, okay, it is a word or a statement. And then fasl. Fasl, fasala yafsilu, faslan, bab daraba, to separate, to part, to divide, to segregate, to decide. Fisalan, another masdar with the same madi mudari spelling, means to wean an infant from sucking. And also fasala yafsulu fusulan, okay, bab nasara, to set out, to depart. Fasala yufassilu tafsilan, to divide, to arrange into particular sections, to classify, to categorize, to set forth in detail, to make clear. Okay. And then the word fasl means decision, judgment, also decisive and final. Okay. Something that, I mean, again, a decision kind of separates right from wrong. Okay, brings clarity. So the common translation I have seen for faslun is decisive. It's a decisive word or statement. Once again, was-samaa'i zaati ar-raj'i wal-ardi zaati as-sad'i innahu laqawlun fasl. Okay, by the sky with the recurring cycles and the earth with the cracks, indeed it, meaning Quran, is a decisive statement. Okay, wama huwa bil hazl. Okay, wow, harfu atf. Ma here is ma al-hijaziyah. Okay, and of course that means it's nafiya, and that's why it doesn't have any emphasis. Huwa is ismu ma, and bil hazl, b and hazl. This b is a zaida. Remember, the laysa actually can have a be a zaida, and ma al hijaziya, because it is amala amala fi'l laysa. It does the work of laysa. It basically also has a ba zaida. And then bil hazl here is khabar ma. Khabar ma. And again, here we can say this is majroorun lafzan marfu'un mahlan. Because if you, sorry, no, not marfu'un, mansubun mahlan. Because the khabar of ma al-hijaziyah is supposed to be mansub. Looking at the meanings, wama huwa bil hazl, and is not huwa, it, meaning again Quran, al-hazl, hazala yahzilu hazlan, to joke, to jest, to not be serious or in earnest. And then the noun hazlun, meaning joking or idle talk. Okay, and is not it a joke or joke? Okay, and then some have translated this as to be taken lightly, meaning it is not to be taken as a joke. the Quran is a decisive statement. It is not to be taken lightly. It is not to be taken as a joke. Okay. Innahum yakiduna kaida. I am going to skip a few things. Inna we already know. Hum is damir muttasil fi mahalli nasbin. Ismu inna. And yakiduna fa'il mudare marfu. Waw is a damir muttasil fi mahalli raf'in fa'il. Kaida. Okay. Which is maf'ulun mutlaq, because the masdar is coming in the same sentence as the, and this jumla yakiduna kaida is fi mahalli raf'in khabar inna, meaning innahum, indeed they, okay, yakiduna, kada, kaf, ya, dal, the ajwaf, ya'i, yakidu, kaidan, makidatan, to plot, to connive, to devise a harmful scheme. Kaidun, the noun, meaning a ploy, a harmful plot, also means planning, preparation, arrangements, taking to task. Punishment is also a meaning. Okay. Indeed, they are planning kaida, a plan. Indeed, they are planning a plan. Okay. Before I go to the next one, I see Brother Junaid's hand raised. Please go ahead, Brother Junaid.
Yeah, so in ayah number 14, what is the purpose of the ba azada? How do you translate it? What is it doing there? Like, what is it, what is it, the function in that?
Very good question. Dr. Saab did not teach that in Medina books, and I have not had the opportunity to learn it from any other source either. So I actually do not know exactly what is it. Like what does it bring? Does it bring any specific change in the meaning of the sentence? Okay, but we see it used all the time with laysa as well as with ma al hijaziyah. Okay, laysa sorry. لست عليهم بمسيطر. لست عليهم بمسيطر. So that B again was actually a zaida. Okay. Also, when Jibreel alayhi salam came to Prophet ﷺ to actually with the first wahi, and he kept saying to him Iqra, 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 and the response that came from Prophet ﷺ after some time was ma ana biqari, ma ana biqari. Again, that ma was ma al hijaziyah. He said, I am not a reciter. I cannot, basically he was trying to say, I cannot read. So this B basically is used with either laysa or ma al hijaziyah, having the same meaning is not, and it gets connected to the khabar of laysa or khabar of ma al hijaziyah. In terms of what is the purpose, what change does it bring to the meaning, Allah knows best. I do not know.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Innahum yakiduna kaida. They are planning a plan. Wa akidu kaida. Okay. So this is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's response. Wa akidu. Now this waw has two options: either harf atf, or it is also said it may be haliya. Okay, we'll try to understand from both sides. Akidu, fi'l mudare, marfu, fa'il mustatir taqdiruhu ana, goes to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And kaida is again maf'ul mutlaq. And this whole jumla then has two options. Either it is fi mahalli raf'in ma'tufun ala jumla sabiqa, meaning yakiduna kaida. Either it is that if we take the waw as ma'tuf, harfu atf, sorry, and if we take it as waw al-haliya, then in that case it is fi mahalli nasbin hal, this jumla. Okay, and the meaning we will understand. It can be, and I plan a plan. Okay, or you can say while, if you take it as a haliya, waw al-haliya, then it is while I plan a plan. So indeed they are planning a plan while I am planning a plan. Okay, and then it says, next ayah number 17, فَمَهِّلِ الْكَافِرِينَ أَمْهِلْهُمْ رُوَيْدًا. Okay, so this fa, okay, I need some space, so I am going down here. So this fa, they say it is again al-fa'u waqi'atu fi jawab ash-shart, mahzuf. Okay, taqdiruhu in, if they plan kadu laka, if they plan for you, okay, then fa mahil al-kafirina amhil ruwaida. So if they plan for you, then Allah Subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying famahil. So fa we got is a part of jawab shart being mahzuf, and mahil is fail amr, fa'il mustatir taqdiruhu anta, goes to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And then kafirina is maf'ulun bihi, wa alamatu nasbihi is al-ja'u li'annahu jama mudhakkar salim. Amhil, okay, is again fail amr, fa'il mustatir taqdiruhu anta. Hum is maf'ulun bihi. Okay, ruwaida, it is interesting. This is naib anil masdar. All of a sudden maf'ul mutlaq started coming, and it's just one after another we are seeing maf'ul mutlaq, or we are seeing naib anil masdar. Now what kind of naib anil masdar this is? They say it is fahuwa, because it is sifatuhu. Sifatuhu, meaning a hil hum imhalan, ruway the. Okay, so this imhalan is actually mahzuf, but that is actually the maf'ul mutlaq, but it was omitted. Instead the naat was brought in, and that naat got the status of naib anil masdar, and that's where it is mansub. Okay, in terms of meaning, famahil. So mahala yamhalu, mahlan, muhlatan. Okay, in Urdu, as soon as you say muhlatan, right away the meaning comes to our mind. To be slow, okay, to take one's time. And then mahala yumahilu tamhilan, form 2, bab taf'il, to give someone time. Also to grant a respite or delay. And form 4 has very similar meaning. Sorry, this is a typo here. Should be amhala. Amhala yumhelu imhalan. So imhal is the masdar for it. To give someone time, to grant a respite, also to be patient with. Okay. So for mahil, so allow time al kafirin for the disbelievers. Okay. And then amhil, again allow time, or another kind of translation that I've seen for this is leave them ruwaida. So remember, the meaning is amhilhum imhalan ruwaida. So ruwaida is rada yarudu raudan. Thulasi mujarrad ra waw dal. To walk about, to look, to search, seems like does not related to the specific usage in this case. Form 4 is very common. Arada yuridu iradatan. Okay. Form 4, to want, to wish, to seek, to intend. Ruwaidun, which is a noun we are dealing with here, it is actually ismu tasghir on the version of fu'ailun for the noun rudun. Okay. Rudun is the regular noun, and it's ismu tasghir, its diminutive form is ruwaidun, meaning a small time, a small while, or a respite. Okay, meaning not a long delay, but just a short while. Give them a short while. Okay, so for a while, leave them for a while. Okay, so give them a leave. Leave them a leave for a short while. If you were to have to understand it from amhilhum imhalan ruwaida. So Prophet ﷺ is being guided or encouraged to be patient. Okay? Yes, they are making a plan, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, I'm also making a plan. I'm also planning. I'm the best of the planner. So you just allow some time for them. Give them some time. And it kind of done it twice, once with first part of the ayah, فَمَحِّلِ الْكَافِرِينَ, and then says again, أَمْهِلْهُمْ رُوَيْدًا. Give them, leave them for a while. That finishes the last ayah of Surah-at-Tariq.